Hello and welcome everyone to a great game between Omen as Grand Cathay going up against Tzeentch on the Blasted Lands. So for the Tzeentchian forces today, starting in the front, we are going to have some blue horrors, quite a few in the front line, very cost efficient indeed. They're going to be backed up by pink horrors, so it's going to be blasting charges on blasting charges here in the front line, and in the middle we are going to have the muchly needed spawn of Tzeentch. So these bad boys here do come with armor sundering. We do really struggle with armor here as these Tzeentch forces, and they will be unbreakable, great weapon strength, they're certainly a fantastic tool indeed. So for the heavy metal, we are going to be having the Chaos Knights of Tzeentch, the bad boys indeed, which look absolutely fantastic. I always say this, but 120 armor, bronze shield, brilliant melee stats. They're very strong indeed. And then for the Skyforce, we are going to be having the Chaos Furies backed up here by the Herald of Tzeentch on his disc. So he's going to have a couple of those Screamers in front. So yeah, he's got some missile strength, good range as well. And for the spells, we are going to have Arcane Conduit, Metal Shifting, and we are going to have Final Transmutation, Glittering Robe, the Golden Hounds, as well as Plague of Rust, Searing Doom, the Chromatic Tome, as well as the Locus of Conjuration, and Opal Amulet. So it's going to come with quite a lot, so I'd probably advise not doing that here, but yeah, quite a few spells, unfortunately. On the right-hand side, it's like some Flamers of Tzeentch. Now, these bad boys can get compromised. Cheap Peasant Horsemen and the such can get around the flanks and shut them down. So they're going to be coming together. Here for the Tzeentch side of things, we are going to be seeing Peasant Long Spearmen. They're going to be in the front line here, nice, cheap and cheerful, backed up by Peasant Archers. It looks like they have three of those bad boys, double Jade Warriors in the middle, and in the back here we are going to have some Peasant Horsemen. Two units of the Jade Warrior Halberds sat on top of Grand Cannons with some great Longmire Riders in the sky. 105 speed, 110 armor, 75 charge bonus. With that yin and yang, it's going to be quite nice. Extra Peasant Horsemen around the pockets. And for the lore choice, we are going to have the Storm Dragon herself ready to go with Miao Ying. The lady not in dragon form yet, but she's going to have Arcane Conduit. Also here of the Dragons, which gives that negative melee attack. Backed up by Talons of the Night, Regrowth, Transformation of the Dragon, and Wrath of the Storm. So Cannon's going to be shooting in the front here. Ooh, lovely connection there on the Chaos Knights. Bit of a crater here in the middle. And we're going to be taking down models here with that cannon. Grand Cannons here are super strong on land battles. So nice arrows coming forward. I think just bucket loads of cheap peasants are really good here up against Tzeentch, as they just remove those shields very nicely indeed. Peasant Long Spearmen coming forward, they're going to be charging up against the Blue Horrors, going to be holding back the tide of the Tzeentchian cheap forces. But look at these blue shots coming forward, actually putting on fire here for the Peasant Archers, doing a lot of damage indeed. So on the right hand side, Blue Horrors, and it's like we have some Furies fighting up against Peasant Horsemen. Coming over is going to be the spawn of Tzeentch. Where do those Flamers go? So they're going to be in the back, ready to go. In the middle, looks like here we are going to get a Talons in the Night. That's going to be coming on top of the pink horrors. That'll do a lot of AP damage. I believe it's 100% armor piercing. Getting that there on one unit of the Chaos Knights would be extremely strong. So we are going to have Longmire Riders backed up by Peasant Horsemen fighting here up against the Chaos Knights of Tzeentch. Longmire Riders will do well, but there's a lot of armor to punch through here. So Chaos Knights are going to be fighting pretty strong. No support indeed. But yeah, they're certainly getting butchered here pretty quickly. A cannon from behind would yeah, very quickly finish those off. Blue Horrors here shooting into the front line up against these Peasant Archers. They're ready to go. They're going to be holding here for Grand Cathay. And Miao, where is she? She's going to be chasing up against the Herald of Tzeentch. Looks like we are going to get a Final Transmutation. Miao Ying finding herself in a little bit of a precarious situation. She's going to be getting shot, chasing here up against a chariot that can fire whilst moving. It's not looking too great for her, but a lot of damage going down. But that does mean a Final Transmutation only catching Miao Ying. So Flamers have reached the front line. They are going to be scorching the Peasant Long Spearmen. They are going to be here ready to go, but we do have some Jade Warriors nice and close by. They could compromise and do some great work indeed. So over here on the left-hand side, it looks like the heavy metal of the Tzeentchian forces are going to be falling here to the great Longmire Riders. Yeah, they're certainly going to be butchering all of these Tzeentch Chaos Knights. Arrows firing here up against the pink horrors. The crazy boys of Tzeentch are going to be fighting to the last man. And unfortunately here, the peasants, they're not going to hold true. They're going to be getting shot here just by rains of fire, of pink and blue mist. And it's just going to be destroying all of these nice spearmen unit. Jade Warriors falling here to the blue horrors. These things are absolute menaces for 400 gold. They are just extremely strong. In the front, Present Horsemen are going to be charging the back. We actually catch up 2 units of the Pink Horrors. Pinning in here with the Peasant Horsemen. This is going to be some lovely work here going on both units. Fantastic stuff here coming out of Omen. Really shutting down these Tzeentchian back lines and doing some brilliant damage, I must say so. Blue Horrors ready to go. Pink Horrors still pouring into melee combat. More shots here in the front up against the Peasant Long Spearmen, and Flamer's going to be just scorching the face off of these Peasants. That's actually going to give a Warp Flame, which will be a weakness to fire and negative armor. So Blue Horrors here firing in the back up against the Peasant Archers. They're certainly having a pretty bad day, and Chaos Furies of Tzeentch are going to be flying over, I believe, to come here up against the Naked Cannon. So it's only going to be 2 models here, but it looks like here we are going to be fighting up against, we're going to be struggling quite a bit. But we are going to be fighting quite hard, and it's like the remainder of the Longbow Riders are going to charge over and hopefully finish off these knights. So it looks like here we are going to be on a smaller range. We're not going to be on the ultra size. It looks like we're going to be on medium funds. So a little bit confused about that, but yeah, it looks like we are on medium funds. But Jade Warrior is going to shoot in the front here. Tzeentchian forces are going to get disrupted quite a bit. I believe on medium funds, their shields are going to be quite a bit less. In the front, we are going to be shooting pretty hard up against the Jade Warriors, doing some pretty good damage. These bad boys are going to be a little bit stacked on top of each other. They've got to be careful, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units are shooting in up against the Jade Warriors. 80 armor is good, but up against 5 units of fire is going to be quite considerable indeed. So yeah, pretty strong here with the Herald of Tzeentch. The Metal Man still has quite a lot of his shield available to go. We have a few of the Pink Horrors here in the middle. They are going to be shooting into the backside of the Jade Warriors. Lots of damage here following through. And yeah, that's going to be finishing off those Jade Warriors. For the most part, bit of a macro view. We are going to see some Present Archers online. Some are going to be breaking. Peasant Long Spears are here and there, but they're pretty damn weak. And some of the Peasant Horsemen just going to be charging up against the Flamers in the back. Cannon shots here into the pocket. And Miao Ying. Where is Miao Ying? That's the question. Miao Ying is going to be on the left-hand side fighting up against Chaos Knights. So lovely work there. She's actually going to break the Chaos Knights, and now she should be able to charge back into the middle. Looking pretty healthy. She doesn't have regrowth, but she should be getting in the back here, maybe with the talents of the Knights, and this is a bit of a problem. We can already foresee there's quite a few units stacked on top of each other here. We've got to be careful. One pin in plus the talent of the Knights could ruin these forces. In the middle, we are going to be having spawners each up against some Jade Warrior Halberds. Not ideal here for the spawn. Blue Horrors compromising the Grand Cannons, and Jade Warriors breaking here in the backside. It's like it's going to be Miao Ying, a cannon, and some Peasant Horsemen here fighting in the rear. And on the left flank, it's going to be lots of damage up against the Jade Warrior Halberds. We need to get these archers shooting here on the Flamers of Tzeentch. Balance of power going to be pretty heavily into the Tzeentchian favour. We are charging forward here with Peasant Long Spearmen. There's not too much left to speak of. We do actually have some Jade Warriors up against Blue Horrors. It's going to be in this main contingent in the back. Cannon shots here straight through the middle, ripping those shields away here from the Big Horrors. And no! Look at this. This is going to be a fantastic Talons of the Night coming down. Oh my god, that's going to be so much damage here in the middle. It's just going to be ripping apart all these Pink Horrors and the Flamers of Tzeentch. Yeah, they're going to be falling pretty damn quickly. Peasant Long Spears are now in combat up against Pink Horrors. They're not terrible in combat, but they're not known for it. It looks like over here in the sky, we do have the Tzeentch Metal Magic going to be fighting up against the Great Longbow Riders. We do have the heroes charging in, fighting up against those Screamers and the Herald on a disc. It's not going to be too great for him. Great Longbow Riders are excellent and very proficient in melee combat. They're going to be pecking, slicing, charging, lancing up against the Tzeentch magic in the sky. Flamers are going to be assisting, but we need to get some Jade Warriors and some good shots over the top. We can see some Peasant Archers firing in. And, oh, that's going to be so much damage on the Great Longbow Riders. It's looking pretty painful here. Pink Horrors are going to be charging forward. We have Miao Ying here, the Storm Dragon, ready to go to maybe try and see if we can get and compromise some of these Pink Horrors. They could turn and burn, and Miao Ying should just have 100 armor. That's a lot of firepower here to deal with. That cannon in the back is still going to be firing extremely strong. Another Talons of the Night, followed by a final transmutation. It's going to be magic on magic here. It's not going to be enough to take down Miao Ying, but that is going to be a bucket load of damage here in the middle. Pink Horrors falling. This has been some excellent gameplay here from Omen. He's going to be whipping back and forth here all over the Pink Horrors, just disrupting all of these range units on the floor. It looks like it's going to be an armor sundering shot, perhaps falling on the Jade Warriors. It's going to be a transformation of lead alongside the armor sundering here. It's negative melee attack, negative base weapon damage as well. And Miao Ying's going to be down to a measly 172. So it looks like here the Pink Horrors just about clinging on to health here. They are going to be on the positive just about from the leadership. And it's going to be a big cannon shot to the face here from the Herald of Tzeentch. And it looks like here the cannon has decided to turn and burn here on the Lord Choice. So lovely damage in the sky. Balance of power pulling here into the favour of Grand Cathay. Looks like it is going to be a Searing Doom on the Jade Warriors. Both of them are going to be holding here. Pink Horrors will be falling. -5 leadership, so they will be crumbling here into the Chaos Realms. Same can be said here for Flamers. Pink Horrors will be following them very quickly as well. And it's like the Storm Dragon. She's going to be on foot, fighting here, doing all of those. Oh, look at that. Complete karate chop there to the face of the Pink Horrors. They're going to dissipate into the night sky. And looks like here it's just going to be the Herald left. The Chromatic Tome has been activated for more Winter Magic. Cannon to the face. Really ripping out of that shield. And I believe it's just going to... Oh, Hounds in the back. Hounds are going to be coming here. That's actually going to catch quite a lot of the Jade Warriors. They are shattered, so you're probably not too bothered there. But as long as they don't go on top of the Grand Cannon, that's pretty damn good. 98 kills so far. There's like 1 ammunition left here with fire damage. They might be able to 360 no-scope the Herald out of the sky. It is going to be a Plague of Rust activated here on Miao Ying. She goes into dragon form. She get up and certainly fight here up against the Tzeentch. But that looks like it is going to be the end. GG's and well played here for Omen and Grand Cathay. Now, taking it away here from the unit size, brilliant game. Really, really enjoyed that. Omen, if you are listening, do change that. But yes, Miao Ying, the Storm Dragon, yeah, pretty damn good stuff. 1,930 damage value for her. 1.5k for the Great Longmar Riders. 3,100 for the Grand Cannon. Excellent performance indeed. Very, very strong. These things are so good in these land battles. I almost think by design, Grand Cathay were designed for land battles just in case we went in this direction. The layers of cheap troops, cheap chaff that you can have here on the front with bucket loads of peasant archers, peasant long spearmen, peasant horsemen, and just a couple of big heavy hitters like the Great Longmar Riders, Miao Ying, and some of these Jade Warrior halberds that are moving in here with the cannons really give a brilliant dynamic here for Grand Cathay. But yeah, we are going to have 850 for the second Grand Cannon, 105, 780 for the Jade Warriors, 121 and 350 there for the regular Jade Warriors, with 450, 140 and 220 for the Peasant Archers. 120, 220 and 145 there for the Peasant Horsemen, with 150, 65, 75 and 95 for the Peasant Long Spearmen. So 1,300 for the Herald of Tzeentch. Probably a few too many Winds of Magic coming on. Too many spells here on the Tzeentch caster. I'd certainly whittle those down to maybe 2, maximum 3, and you're probably looking pretty good there. So here, 860, 250, 600 and 420 with 450 there for the Blue Horrors. Very comfortable for these bad boys to pay for themselves. And I've seen these uptrade of 1.2 to 1.3k here at land battles. Blue Horrors are an absolute menace. They'll rip apart any of this cheap infantry, shut down peasant archers, shut down peasant long spearmen. Yeah, they're an absolute nuisance for sure. 380, 450, 230 and 555, which is kind of why I prefer Blue Horrors. You know, Pink Horrors are just Blue Horrors but better. But Blue Horrors pretty much do everything you need Pink Horrors to do. The range is obviously, you know, they're going to be slightly different in units, but I certainly prefer the trade here of Blue Horrors. Coming in with Doom Knights and more Chaos Knights here in land battles is certainly what I prefer more. We are going to see 1.3, 1,080, 440 there for the Spawner Tzeentch, and 915 for the Flamers. So what an excellent game here between both of these legends. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below. I'd love to know all your thoughts and opinions. And if you haven't, please subscribe. It really does help here on the channel. Check down below. You can check on that description to find all my other social media platforms, including my Twitch, and most importantly, that Discord. Other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very, very soon.